Udah ya berarti ini ya. Ini udah mulai berarti. Oh ya 7. Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Oh, very good, thank you. But it's so weird that I cannot see you there. I cannot hear you. But it's never mind. We just go to our material, and then our material today is chapter 8. Please take a look your book, chapter 8. Okay, have you done? Okay, chapter 8, not chapter 7. Hello. Okay, everyone, I have the first picture. Please take a look. It's about, oh, very good. It's Snow White. How about the second? The first one is Cinderella. The second is Snow White. And then the third is Surabaya. Very good. Sangkuriang, Malin Kundang. And then the last is, oh, it's something magic. Nyiroro Kidul. And it's all about, yes, narrative. So guys, so everyone, today we're gonna learn about narrative. I think you have learned this on your junior high school, of course, but we have to repeat again today on chapter 8. Very good. So actually, I have a video for you, but I'm gonna share the link so you can watch it by yourself. Good morning, ma'am. Okay, so everyone, the narrative. What is narrative? Is there anyone who can answer me? Please write it down below. I'm gonna read. Okay, very good. Narrative text is a kind of text to retell the story in the past. Giving imaginative story in the bracket. What is imaginative story? What is that? Okay, from the word imaginative, we can underline that it comes from imagine. Imagine means it's not real, it's fiction, it's fictive in bahasa. Okay, for the next is the purpose of the text of narrative text. So why do we have to learn? Why do we have to study narrative text? Is to entertain or to amuse the readers or listeners about the story. That's why we have to learn narrative text to entertain the people. Ingat, untuk menghibur orang. Itu adalah tujuan utama dari naratif teks itu sendiri. Next. Hi. Okay, it's not buffering, right? So, I'm gonna go next to the kind of narrative text. Jadi, jenis-jenis naratif teks itu apa aja sih? Okay, for the first one is legend. Fable, fairy tale. Legend in bahasa means legenda, fable ya cerita yang ada hewan-hewannya gitu. And then fairy tale, it's about fairy, it's about tale. Jadi cerita yang ada keajaiban. Atau kita biasanya nyebut ada ibu peri, ada peri-periannya. That's we call it as fairy tale. So for the example is legend Sangkuriang, Malin Kundang. For the fable we have mouse, deer, and crocodile. For fairy tale we have Cinderella, Snow White, Pinocchio, and etc. Okay, take a deep breath, take a deep breath, take a deep breath. So everyone, for this chapter, actually we just focus on legend narrative text. Legend narrative text. Do you still remember what is legend narrative text? Bagus, jadi cerita legenda. Legend narrative text is a story that has been passed on from person to person and has important meaning for the culture where it is from. Jadi, legenda itu mempunyai arti yang sangat penting bagi masyarakat sekitar situ. It is usually about heroic characters or fantastic places. Jadi menceritakan tentang tokoh yang sangat hebat atau tempat asal-usul tempat yang sekarang itu menjadi tempat yang luar biasa. For the example is we have Nyi Roro Kidul, and then we have Danau Toba, Banyuwangi. That's the example of legend narrative. Okay, the generic structure you have to know, you have to remember whenever you want to learn, whenever you want to study about a text. Of course, we have the generic structure. And then for the narrative, for the first one, we have orientations. What is orientations? Okay, it sets the scene and introduce the participants. It can answer your question about who, when, what, and absolutely where. Next, complication. What is complications? It tells the problems of the story. Of course, every text, every story have the problems to make it interest, to make the readers more interesting with the story. Next, resolutions. Everyone, we have complications, we have resolutions. So the resolution is the crisis is resolved for better or for worse. Then the reorientations is the ending of the story or the conclusions. Just remember the first is okay, very good orientation. The second is complications. The third is resolutions, and then the last is reorientation. Very good. Next, linguistic features. All you have to do when you want to write down a narrative story is you have to use the past tense. We have done it before in the previous meeting. Use active verb, past tense, conjunction, first person, third person, use specific nouns, use adjective and adverbs. We have done it before. So this is I have the example for you, the narrative story. It's about Danau Toba. Please hear me. Please listen to me. Please pay attention for me. I'm gonna give the example, a view example. Once upon a time, in North Sumatra, lived a young man named Toba. He lived in simple hut in a farming field. He did some gardening and fishing for his daily life. One day, while Toba was do fishing, he caught a big golden fish in his trap. It was the biggest catch which he ever had in his life. Surprisingly, this fish turned into a beautiful princess. He fell in love with her and proposed her to be his wife. She said, "Yes, but you have to promise not to tell anyone about the secret that I was a fish. Otherwise, there will be a huge disaster." The man made the deal and they got married, lived happily and had a son named Samosir. Samosir became stubborn, lazy, and mischievous kid because his two spoil him. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Samosir said and tell all to his mother, "Calm down, Samosir. Don't cry anymore. Now all you have to do is climb the highest tree and stay there. There will be a huge flood and his village will be sink and disappear," said mother. Samosir went away and climbed the highest tree in the village. Soon there was a big earthquake followed by non-stop pouring rain. The whole area got flooded and became Toba Lake. She turned into a fish again, and the man became the island of Samosir. So actually, this is all you have to do, but I'm gonna skip this. And then this is the real assignment for you. Please find out the legend narrative text, answer the questions based on your text. Please find Please find out the legend narrative text. Silakan kalian cari naratif tapi yang bentuknya legend, legenda terserah di mana saja. And then please answer the questions based on your text. The first is who are the characters of your story? Siapa saja karakter atau tokoh yang ada di cerita kalian? And then the second, what is the main idea of the first paragraph? Jadi silakan cari ide pokok paragraf pertama, cari ide pokok paragraf terakhir, and then analyze the generic structure of the text. Silakan dianalisis which one is orientation, which one is complications, resolution, and then the reorientations. And then for the last is what can we learn from this story? Pesan apa sih yang kalian bisa dapatkan dari cerita tersebut? Okay, after you write down the assignment, please send to my mail reziva@yahoo.com. Please write down the subject, your name, your class, and then your absent number. And then the deadline is today at 12. Okay, is there any question? If there is question, please chat on my WhatsApp. Sorry. So I'm waiting for you guys today. I think that's all for today. See you next meeting. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.